Hi the berries, Bizzleberry here bringing you another support tier list, this time for patch 13.13. Now this patch isn't very big at all, especially in terms of support and even really the bot lane. We're going to go through the notes. There is a kind of announcement in terms of the ranked ladder happening today. This patch is also 3 weeks long as opposed to the usual 2-week cycle. So considering there's not a lot happening this patch, and we're going to have to play it for 3 weeks. So really we're going to be having to play on 13.12 really, honestly, for 5 weeks. It kind of sucks. But there's a lot of things coming into the next patch, which we'll talk about. So a lot of kind of talking. Yeah. As you can kind of see briefly here from the Riot kind of overview page, Annie got a nerf, and also Rel got adjusted, but it's some minor nerfs really. I don't know why they just put her in adjusted rather than nerfed. And also a couple of AD items getting changed, like the static as well also being addressed. But honestly, not in the bot lane, not a real lot going on here. I mean, you got a Varus buff and an affiliate, a Varus nerf, and an Aphelios nerf. It's kind of like, okay, well, yeah, not a lot happening here right now. But the warning is that this ranked split is ending at the end of the patch, which is around July 17th, whatever day that is for you. Your server will go down on July the 17th at some point at night time, and then you're going to be locked into whatever ranked you are, and then there will be another reset. But it should be a softer reset. I don't think it's going to be like, you're not going to be put back to like iron or anything unless you're already in iron or like very low bronze. So it's just like some minor like LP setback, and then the grind begins again for the next split. So make sure you get whatever rank you want to by that date, by July the 17th. Otherwise you will miss out on any ranked rewards, which honestly, I don't know what the ranked rewards are for this split. So if anyone knows in the chat, in the comment section down below, let me know, because I haven't got a clue. But anyway, so make sure you got three weeks, really, or less than 3 weeks now, in order to get that locked in for yourselves. Also, in Split 2, they will be removing the promos, the promo series, the you know, when you have to win best of 3s in order to get promoted, and they're also adding an Emerald tier, which is in between Plat and Diamond. This is the goal of removing more people from Master as well, and it's going to be in theory slightly harder to get into Diamond. So if you are on the high ELOs, this is going to affect you, but it should mean a little bit easier climbing because there's no promo series. So you probably will be slightly higher ELO than you are next split, as opposed to this current split, unless you got really bad at the game, which is possible, I guess. Annie Q kind of got minor nerfed, nothing too crazy. I have talked about her a little bit here and there, saying that she's kind of an off-meta support pick that no one really takes, but I think she's actually really good. People still aren't really taking her. I think she's underrated, and she is getting nerfed because she is doing quite well. But yeah, just play her if you want to play something different in the support role. Underrated for sure. Aphelios changes. Ivan getting changed. Kindred, Lee Sin, Nico. Honestly, nothing really happening here from support apart from Rel. Rel growth, health, regeneration growth going down minorly. Base magic resistance going down from 32 to 30. And Mar growth is going down as well. So you're going to be slightly, ever so slightly more squishier playing Rel. But these are mainly changes towards jungle Rel. So jungle Q getting buffed. W in terms of the shield being reduced slightly, so once again you are going to be slightly squishier again. Attack speed going kind of up on the lower levels as well on the W, but you're going to be maxing at first, so once you actually hit 5 points in the W, it's overall going to be nerfed slightly. And then also another jungle damage buff for her E. So they're kind of trying to pushing for a Rel jungle, which is fine, I guess, but it's like, all this time it's been designed to support, and you know, Kind of want to make sure that the support side of things gets some love in as well, to be honest. It's a weird shift, but anyway. So yeah, like, so Rel overall minor nerfed, and then everything else honestly here is just like whatever. Nothing here affecting supports whatsoever. Hopefully we won't see too many static shivs in our games, since that's been nerfed overall. And yeah, nothing else really here. One thing that isn't listed here, which is something you might want to be aware of, Riot's releasing a new game mode next patch. 2v2 v2 v2, so 8 people. It's kind of like double up in TFT, if you're familiar with that kind of format, and it is basically like a TFT League of Legends kind of like mashup where it's like an arena and you get like unlock augments for your champions as you progress, and you get to buy like all items like 3,000 gold. It's going to be a super duper fun mode, which Riot have been advertising. Apparently it's on PvE right now. I am probably not going to be playing any games of that until the patch comes out in 3 weeks time, because I don't really want to play on PvE, because for me living in the UK it is around about 120 ping, and yeah, I don't enjoy playing at that ping. I know some of you Americans are used to that ping because you have great internet over there, but yeah, that's not something I'm looking forward to doing myself. So don't expect any of that arena content here over the next few weeks. But let's go over to the tier list. I will say here and save you some time, absolutely nothing has changed. This patch is dead. This is a dead patch. Nothing is happening. I don't know why. Riot, no update on their game for 5 weeks. It's very sad. It's just, I don't know. I know we're getting to the end of the season. People are going to be closing out the games. But yeah, the amount of adjustments and stuff, it's more just minor balance adjustments. But I think hopefully Riot are heavily focusing on it, something juicy for the start of the next season, because of the next split, because pretty disappointing to see nothing happening for 5 weeks, honestly. But yeah, nothing has changed in the support tiers, not one thing at all. So if you've already watched the previous one, you know what to expect, but I'll go through it anyway. Tier 5, do not play any of those champions. Tier 4, enchanters, kind of like the Millie and Lulu got heavily nerfed. Lulu is now pushed into tier 4. Milio is now pushed into tier 3 because they just target nerfed, and also nerfed like things like Ardent Sansa. A lot of these champions in tier 3 are playable depending on what you're playing with and how good you are in those champions and how experienced you are. But don't come crying to me if you lose LP playing those champions. You can come crying to me if you start losing LP in anything in tier 2 and tier 1. Rel, even though she got slightly nerfed, is still going to be a very, very good engaged champion. She definitely got nerfed, but she's still pretty good. She was on the upper end of tier 2 / entering into tier 1. She's now in like a solid tier 2 situation. I don't really enjoy playing her that well. I don't really enjoy playing her that well. Yeah. Tough audience. Yeah. But yeah, she can be pretty good. So is the Annie. Annie got that slight nerf, but sorry, just play it. Just play it, I think. Blitzcrank is always solid. Brand very, very good. The lower ELO you are. But yeah, like just the usual sub-specs really, and tier 1 is very, very, enchanter friendly. You've got Amumu. Amumu is still doing extremely well. He is probably the best engaged support overall. Underrated as well, like doesn't get played that often, but if you want to play a tank, play Amumu. If you want to play an enchanter, well, you've got like 4 options there. Soraka's doing very well with Moonstone in my opinion. I think her heals are going crazy. I've done a couple of videos on that already. If you do want to lean towards an AP, then the Zyra or the Brand or the Xerath is fine. I would generally always suggest Zyra, but if you're not interested in looking at a champion that is 95% nude, then choose the other champions that are basically 100% nude because they don't have clothes. Either Brand and Xerath. Why are they the AP? Like, why do these AP champions have like no clothes? But yeah, anyway, I don't know, that was off subject, wasn't it? But I don't know, maybe fewer clothes equals better power. I don't know, man. Anyway, disappointing patch. So you won't have a tier list for another 3 weeks. I will continue my best to upload more League of Legends content. You're definitely going to see more Evercore Hero stuff. There's been a slight gap here with Evercore Heroes content because they are having server issues where there's a crash near the end of the game. meaning that you don't actually get to complete the game. Imagine playing the game for like 25 minutes and then like the last 5 minutes it's a crash, and pretty common. But the devs have been pretty, been chatting away in the Discord, and it's closed beta. It's bound to be bugs. It just sucks that this is one of them. So I will probably start releasing more Evercore Heroes content. Well, as soon as that's fixed, I'm expecting by the end of the week it's going to be fixed, and maybe over the weekend I'll be making some more content again. But yeah, I've been really enjoying Evercore Heroes, so I do recommend you guys give that a look. Yeah. Anyway, sorry that the Riot is not releasing any new content, but the next patch should be pretty big. The rank ladder changes, you've got the 2v2v2v2 mode. But yeah, I'll be always streaming on twitch.tv/Bizzleberry. Might not be streaming on Thursday though, because my son has a sports day, so I need to be there for that. But Friday onwards, lots and lots of streams, forever, pretty much. Feels like it, at least anyway. Right, I'm just rambling, I'm just chatting. I hope you guys enjoying your week so far, and I will see you tomorrow for another video, hopefully. Yes, we should have another video tomorrow. I hope so. Bye!